Black Mariah means the world to me, and I can say that a new part in my life started with that project.
Black Mariah means at least the one thing I ever wanted to do. It's about rock and roll and creating music with my friends.
We are all putting in whatever we have. Everybody's got their roles in the band, so we got that split up, and it saves us a lot of time to really go forward with our work, with our music, with everything we do pretty much. And it keeps us together, 5 people as a band and also as friends.
Hard work and patience. It's a 24 hours a day job that we have to push and try and excel and exceed our limits with everything. You know, because we just want to deal with perfection and push it to our limits to be the best we can be at what we do.
I personally bring a bottle of Jameson, maybe some other single malt Scotch whiskey. No, to be honest, my background musically wise is pretty much harder than most other guys in the band. I really get a kick out of metal tunes, and that's also what I'm playing.
I bring some straightforward rock and roll drumming into the band, and on the other hand, I'm a sound engineer and work with other bands, composing, producing, and all this stuff. And I have a kind of focus on that, and so I bring kind of this producing topic with me into the project.
Well, I bring the sinister mood into the band and to the sound of the band, and somehow the punky kind of riffs that I like to play, that's mine.
My 6 strings, my heart blood of course, and all my musical knowledge.
It's 24 hours a day job for me. I kind of wake up in the morning, I'm checking Black Mariah emails and messages and connections with people, and I finish my day at work, my regular job, and I'm back at the same thing before I sleep. I push it to as far as my limits can take it, to the point of exhaustion and turning my house upside down to use as a location set. So whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's straightforward rock and roll mixed with some metal elements, and but the most important part for us is to bring every part at the right time, to the right place, and that's what it's about, and we take care of that. It's pretty important for us.
Everybody brings in his own style, so it's rock with kind of metal inside.
Well, it's 5 guys, and the 5 guys' musical background couldn't be more diverse. I mean, as I'm the oldest one and I keep getting reminded, I've grew up with Elvis, and I remember Iron Maiden releasing their first album, so my music is a bit more old school. Or Steve is punk, Philip is more into his metal, and Georg, he's into a bit of everything with like Slash and Guns N' Roses, and Farid is more progressive rock. I think it's a pretty unique sound.
There are a lot of bands that really sound the same. That could work for some people, not for Black Mariah. We're really distinguishable between other bands, and that's what we're going for.
It's the rock core that we got mixed up with the metal, punk, and even progressive rock influences that creates a rock monster that certainly bites people's ass.
At the moment, we spend a lot of time in the recording studio, Paradise Studios, and record our first album, which includes 13 tracks.
Well, at the moment we're trying not to kill each other.
And we're doing something a little different than most bands can do for their first album, as we have a couple of surprises, as you will see when the album is released. But this is the current project. It's the only project, and that with some video releases for some of the songs on the album is taking up all our time.
We're doing our own promotion, we're managing ourselves. It's really hard work, and through that we're gonna accomplish to be really successful in whereabouts where nobody would recognize the band as us.
Well, it doesn't really matter where your surroundings are, what you do. What keeps us motivated is the love of rock and roll, and it's our favorite genre of music. I can't see us playing anything else. I couldn't see me singing some pop music. I couldn't see any of the guys playing pop music. Rock and roll keeps us motivated. It's what we do, it's what we like to do, and it's who we are.
What keeps me motivated being in that band and working as hard as we do is just the music itself and the people. Because if you can work in that environment that we have through a drummer with his own recording studio, things are really easy for us, which is not a given thing.
That I seriously want to kick a few people's ass by having success, and that's what keeps me going on.
The future for Black Mariah. Well, what we would really like to do is we're just going to work as hard as we can and get our music and perfect our craft and play it to as many people as we can, you know. If people like the music, then we get a bigger audience. If they don't like the music, it doesn't really matter to us. We're still going to do what we do because we love doing it.
I mean, I see us finalizing our first album. Afterwards, we play as many live shows as we can, because that's what it's all about in rock and roll music for me. And after that, we're gonna start our second album.
Well, I can see the five of us sitting there like 50, 60 years old and having a blues band because we're too old to rock them. But in the meantime, we're gonna have lots of fun touring and partying and working on our music.
Releasing some new albums, being on tour, rock the stages in the world, having fun, just rock and roll.
Watch out for us, because we're coming to get you.